everyone, I'm going to try this one more time, and now I feel like I may be the right side up. I don't know. Now I'm the other way. If anybody has any idea how to turn this around, that would be great. Let's see. Or if you're around and want to join me, I would love that too. Well, I have a message today, and I'm going to just say it on the side and see if I can turn the video after it posts. Anyways, if you're around, please join me. I'd love to chat. Otherwise, I just came back from the hairdresser. I had a cut and color, which always makes my hair really flat and straight, and something I'm not really used to. But in talking to my hairdresser today, she just amazes me. She's got to be very early 30s, if not just 30, and she's been married about 2 or 3 years. And I don't know the reason, but her and her husband decided to adopt, and of course I have nothing but love and respect for them. And so the last couple of years, they actually decided to become foster parents. And I'm not sure if foster parents is a term that is used worldwide, so forgive me if it is, but it's when a child is in some type of traumatic experience that needs to be pulled from the home, and that home needs to be immediately prepared and ready to take that child in. And so here in the States, they've had to go through a couple of years of certification to certify the house, through courses. They had to work with other foster parents, and then the state regulates this on where you can live, what you can do within the first 5 years. And so there are so many wonderful things I see from just somebody opening their home, opening their heart, their family, their lives to a child in need. But this situation just really keyed in for me a lot of different things that fit in so many different areas of their lives. Together they said that they would take any child from birth to 5 years old. So, and it didn't matter the race or religion. They were open to loving the child and acclimating them into their house. And I couldn't help but think that no matter what situation a foster child comes out of, it's going to be very traumatic. Either they're pulled from the middle of the night, they're pulled away from their parents, whether their parents are drug or alcohol addicted, or there's some type of domestic violence, or even child abuse or neglect. But the thing I continued to think about was that no matter what has happened to this child, they always love their parents, and they always want to be with the mom and dad. So to pull them out in any situation and put them in another home really takes an incredible, loving couple to be able to help that child acclimate, feel secure and supported and loved. And then you don't know if that child will stay with you. You don't know if the parental rights will be, if they get their rights taken away, then they can commission the courts to see if then they can adopt the child. So the reason I'm telling you this story is listening to her talk and just how incredibly thrilled and happy she and her husband are to have finished the accreditation and to be approved, and that at any moment they could have a child. And even though that child may not be with them for the long run, it may be. And from this experience, from this traumatic experience possibly coming in the middle of the night, that could be the beginning of their family. And this child that grows up to be their own. And so I was thinking that out of trauma comes this amazing experience to love a child, to give a child a home and security. And there's just so many things that makes me think about what incredible people they are, what giving, how you selflessly give of themselves to get the goal they want, is to give a child love. But then I also started thinking about how many situations you have in your life, or I had in my life, where we've come through some type of trauma, and the other end was this beautiful thing. There's nothing better than loving a child and just making them part of your family. But there's nobody that I know who hasn't been through some type of traumatic experience or lost somebody or something along the way. And if you just flip that a little bit to see what's come out of it, for this child, what comes out of it is a family. For these parents to go through that first couple of nights, that first couple of weeks, those first couple of years, to acclimate that child, to make that child feel secure, supported, loved, happy, what they will have to go through. And so what have you gone through that then has pushed you to your goal, pushed you to do something different or see something different? And, oh geez, I just looked down, I'm on my side. So I apologize for that. But the point is, wherever you are, there is a different way to look at things. And on kind of a much lighter note, 30 days ago, it's exactly 30 days today, my 22-year-old daughter's car was stolen out of her apartment complex under the garage underneath. And of course, she was hysterical. She felt violated. She was scared. You know, who was in her apartment doing these things? And so the insurance company said they needed 30 days to recover the car before they, you know, figured out the final number that they would be giving her. And her car, she bought new, but it had like 5,000 or 10,000 miles on it, and it had hail damage on it. So it was a good car for her, but maybe not the best one there was. Well, so now she got her settlement today, and she actually, or actually over the weekend, and she picked out a car, and she's getting the 2018 model for the same price with all the bells and whistles, and it's a Subaru, which is very safe where she lives in her area of the country, which is Denver, Colorado. She's going to be skiing all winter in the mountains. And so even this little incident of this experience of getting your car stolen, which, I mean, that's a big deal, to having it come out better. And so at this point in my life, I honestly can't think of anything that didn't turn out for the best, that didn't turn out better. And so if you have some trauma in your life, if you have circumstances you can't get through and they keep playing over and over in your mind and nobody understands because you were the one there, the way to really facilitate and rush to get through that is to release it. And when you start releasing these traumatic experiences in your life, you just start seeing them on a whole different level, seeing them on a level on what it did for you and how you can bring all these great things into your life from having gone through this. And so there's so many different ways that you can release the things you're holding on to, those things that your parents did or said to you when you were young, and they've been playing over and over in your mind. And let me tell you, these people who've hurt you, doesn't matter if it's in or out of your control, that child who left that home, I was thinking about this earlier as well, has absolutely no control. No control of anything in their lives, from where they live, from what their parents do, from what the foster parents do. But their outcome, hopefully, is this loving, happy, secure family. So if I look at you and you have things from your childhood or your high school or college or marriage or whatever it is that you're holding on to, and you feel it's out of your control, it is possible to release those things. And you know, it's also important to mention, if somebody had said something to you that you've been holding into for years, they have no idea. They have no idea that that's come back and hurt you year after year. So it only behooves you to release whatever it is holding you back, and so you can open that space and bring in good things. So this is kind of a heavy message from Monday, but I also thought it was important because it happens with everyone. For me, the best way to release anything for me has always been forgiveness. But I've also have a program called Sorting It Out, where I journal out and get it all out and figure it out in my mind. And the way you feel after is such an incredible, can I say high? It's an incredible high that you've released it, that you've let it go. It has nothing to do with the other person. Forgiveness is only about releasing those emotions, neutralizing them from your own body. So anyways, last week I did a Zoom video on a couple of different ways to release. I really pretty much stayed on forgiveness and getting that out of your body and allowing you to see things on a whole different level, seeing how great it went, turning that trauma into something better, turning it into everything good. everything you've wanted. How do you get there? How do you go from that point of being bogged down and not feeling like anything's going your way to loving life, to feeling like there's tons of opportunities in this day, today? It can happen today. So anyways, if you'd like a copy of that video, just private message me or let me know, or leave a message right below here. And I'd just love to send it out to you. And so that's my Monday message. I don't think anyone is on, so if you're hearing the replay, thank you. Thank you for watching me on my side, because as I look down at my computer, I am on my side again. Thank you. I hope that's helpful. I hope you have a great week wherever you are in the world, and I can't wait to talk with you again. Thanks again. Bye-bye.